Hello, my name is Demia Tyler. Today, my teammates Derek Allman, Joshua Brown, Lizzie Paterno, John Cermak, and I are going to walk you through our process and recommendations for RDrive's U.S. market entry strategy.
For those that may be unfamiliar, RDrive is a mobile-first field data management platform designed to streamline construction and property operations by connecting field teams with office-based stakeholders in real time. Originally developed by SnagR, RDrive focuses on simplifying the way teams collect, track, and manage on-site data, such as inspections, issues, photos, and reports through an app interface. Some key features include real-time issue tracking, customizable inspection checklists, task assignment and progress monitoring, centralized dashboards, and audit-ready documentation. While RDrive was initially built for construction, its flexible infrastructure makes it well suited for property management, facilities maintenance, and other field-based operations. The platform helps organizations reduce miscommunication, improve accountability, and digitize processes traditionally reliant on paper or outdated software.
Before we dig into our market entry analysis, the question at the forefront is why does RDrive want to enter the US market? The United States brings them an untapped market that will allow them to continue their expansion and grow their sales. The goal for RDrive is to achieve quick expansion in the US market, with hopes of using these sales to continue the growth of the company towards their internal goal of $25 to $30 million. This target goal makes the company valuable enough to target the interest of a larger competitive firm and open up the potential for a buyout down the line. During our interview process, we asked the question of what would be considered a successful market integration. The response that we got for this was to have successful market penetration, which would be having the product used by a large portion of the top 100 general contractors in the United States, as well as having contracts with the top 25 to 33% of the major general contractors within the next 3 years.
With this background information in mind, we began an in depth market analysis, followed by an evaluation of marketing opportunities and potential risks to entry. Next, we explored and compared various market entry strategies. Finally, we made a recommendation and developed an implementation roadmap that includes a timeline and required resources. We will now walk you through this process and our final recommendation.
RDrive is designed to solve one of the construction industry's most annoying problems: the tracking of disorganized, hard to track field data like snags and inspections. It's all too common that important information gets lost in spreadsheets, text messages, emails, or reports. RDrive fixes that by giving teams a single, user-friendly platform that allows them to capture, organize, track, and share real-time field data, from progress updates and safety checks to quality inspections and equipment tracking. At its core, RDrive helps construction companies move from reactive problem solving to proactive decision making. By making field data visible and actionable, it allows project managers, contractors, and owners to minimize delays, avoid rework, and stay ahead of issues before they spiral into more critical and costly problems. An all-in-one tool focused on keeping projects on schedule and within budget. For construction firms navigating today's challenges, RDrive delivers meaningful customer value. It's not just a software tool, it's a competitive advantage for builders ready to modernize.
The decision to enter the US market should prove lucrative for RDrive. The construction and design software market in the US is projected to continue to grow at a compounded rate of 8.5% over the next 5 years. The US market is already a part of one of the largest regional markets in the world, with North America holding a 32% market share as of 2024. This growth is being driven by improvements of digital solutions and more cloud-based integration into infrastructure projects, both of which RDrive is bringing to the table. While the market is already large, it is important to understand who the other competitors will be, both for competition reasons as well as potential future teaming partners. In the US, there are multiple software suite packages already available on the market, including those from Autodesk, Bentley Systems, and Trimble. Both Autodesk and Bentley also offer design software packages to complement their construction services packages. Trimble's project site is the closest direct competition to RDrive, offering a broader, less refined solution to the current market.
Understanding the buyer persona is essential for successful market entry. A general contractor, one potential buyer of RDrive's technology, plays a central role in any large scale construction project, overseeing site coordination and managing the entire process from pre construction planning to final delivery. Turner Construction is one of the largest and most respected general contractors in the U.S. Key decision makers at Turner include project executives, directors of operations, project managers, superintendents, and IT directors. To engage a company like Turner effectively, RDrive should identify a regional pilot opportunity, ideally a project nearing handover in a city like Atlanta, Dallas, or Seattle. Outreach should focus on how RDrive integrates with or enhances platforms like Procore, demonstrating added value while minimizing disruption to existing workflows.
Another end user that RDrive should target are the construction managers and construction inspectors, otherwise known as CMCI firms. CMCI firms are the ones who are driving the construction in the field and are going to be the ones who have a large say in the software that's ultimately being used on these projects. The recommended target company for this role would be AECOM. AECOM is one of the industry leaders in CMCI with a top 2 ranking from ENR in 2024. AECOM's size and expertise allow them to chase the projects that are large enough to display the value that RDrive provides. Currently, AECOM is using a product called Project Site, which is from Trimble, who is a competitor to RDrive. This program has limited licensing availability and can be seen as overly complex. RDrive's simplicity and expansive licensing capabilities can provide the cutting-edge technology needed to get them in the door with AECOM and ideally jumpstart RDrive's use in the US.
A third type of end user that RDrive should focus on reaching is property managers and management firms. These companies oversee the day-to-day operations of real estate assets on behalf of owners or investors. Their responsibilities typically include maintaining buildings, managing tenant relationships, coordinating repairs and inspections, handling vendor contracts, and ensuring compliance with safety and lease regulations. The goal is to maximize property value and tenant satisfaction while minimizing operational risk and cost. NAI Burns Scalo is one such firm. They are a Pittsburgh based commercial real estate firm offering integrated services with a strong emphasis on property management. As part of the NAI Global Network, the company is growing its portfolio and aims to scale operations while maintaining high service standards. Their property management team faces challenges with field reporting, slow issue resolution, and lack of real time visibility, all of which are pain points that hinder their efficiency and tenant satisfaction. With their clear appetite for innovation and operational improvement, Burnscalo is an ideal customer for RDrive. The platform's mobile inspection tools, real-time issue tracking, and data dashboards directly align with their goals to streamline workflows and enhance accountability. A pilot program with RDrive could offer immediate impact while laying the groundwork for broader adoption across the NAI network.
When first breaking into the market, one of the most important things that needs to be done is networking. The best way to network in this field in the US is to utilize professional organizations and the networking opportunities that they provide. The first one that we recommend is the Associated Builders and Contractors, or ABC. ABC is one of the largest organizations for contractors in the US and is well known for their internal accreditation process, which is the Accredited Quality Contractor Credential, which rewards designated members who meet specific criteria to justify their quality as contractors. ABC holds an annual convention yearly that will be attended by many ideal end users of the product, so attending this would be critical for initial networking success. Another major organization on the asset management side is the International Facility Management Association, or IFMA. They host multiple conferences each year, with the biggest being the Facility Fusion Conference. While this has already passed for 2025, we would recommend attendance for 2026, or to attend another conference held by them, including the IFMA World Workplace Conference later this fall.
When assessing potential risks that RDrive could encounter during this market entry, we labeled them as either high or medium impact risks. The first high impact risk identified is the possible regulatory differences between the UK, where RDrive is originally based, and the US. This could lead projects to encounter legal noncompliance and face fines or penalties due to regulatory differences. This could also delay projects and increase costs while modifying things to meet standards. The second high impact risk is market saturation or competition. This could result in a lower market share, reduced profitability, and slower growth. RDrive may need to lower costs to gain clients or increase marketing and development costs to differentiate themselves within the market. The third high impact risk is economic downturn. Projects can be affected by unfavorable conditions like lower client budgets, reduced investment, and overall financial instability. This would significantly reduce RDrive's revenue as they attempt to break into a new market. The final high impact risk is the constantly evolving data privacy regulations. Projects may face legal penalties, compliance costs, and even cause reputational damage if regulations are not being followed. The need to revise data handling would slow down projects and increase costs due to potential fines or legal fees. Next are medium impact risks, starting with the possibility of interest rate fluctuations. Rising interest rates can increase costs of capital for projects and clients, while decreasing rates may signal a weakening economy. This could lead to reduced investment and decreased client spending. Varying state regulations are also labeled a medium impact risk. State laws are complex and inconsistent, which differ significantly from one state to another. To ensure that our drive is compliant, the company could increase legal expenses, but it is necessary to be proactive and be aware of differences state by state. The final medium impact risk are changes in government policy, which could shift regulations and legislation. This could introduce delays into our drive's market entry and expansion efforts into the United States. It is important for our drive to monitor policy changes and implement a proactive system to stay informed.
RDrive should strongly consider engaging with a manufacturer's representative firm as its U.S. market entry strategy because it offers a strategic, low risk, and cost effective way to break into a highly competitive and relationship driven industry. Manufacturers' reps already have deep rooted connections with general contractors, subcontractors, field operations teams, and other key stakeholders, giving RDrive immediate access to qualified leads and decision makers. By leveraging reps' regional expertise and credibility, RDrive can better navigate the nuances of local construction markets and tailor its messaging and approach to better resonate with U.S. buyers. The commission based nature of these partnerships ensures that reps are incentivized to perform while limiting RDrive's financial exposure early on. Additionally, as more rep firms look to expand their portfolios to include software as a service and recurring revenue solutions, RDrive's construction focused software is a natural fit. This alignment increases the likelihood of reps adopting the product with enthusiasm and prioritizing its promotion. Ultimately, partnering with a rep firm positions RDrive to scale efficiently, learn quickly, and establish a strong foothold in the U.S. market, all without compromising focus on its core product development. Some firms that RDrive could consider include CNC Technology Group, Harvey Gersman Associates, and Strive.
Establishing a U.S. sales office can position RDrive for long term success in a competitive, relationship driven construction market. A domestic presence enables direct engagement with key decision makers who prioritize in person demos, responsive support, and face to face trust building. To start, a 3-person remote team consisting of a junior rep, senior manager, and a sales engineer can attend job sites and industry events, helping to build visibility and secure 5 to 10 contracts in the first year. Though the estimated $450,000 annual cost is higher than lower touch models like resellers, it provides strategic control, faster feedback loops, and tailored customer support. This level of investment would help to position RDrive as a trusted partner in a fragmented, fast moving industry.
As RDrive navigates their entry into the United States market, establishing trust and credibility quickly is important. An effective strategy we've identified is forming a strategic partnership with a mid sized, well established software firm already operating within the US. This collaboration offers a significant advantage in building immediate recognition and confidence among potential clients and stakeholders. Their existing reputation and network can act as a powerful foundation for RDrive and accelerate our acceptance and growth within the U.S. market. Expenses are anticipated to be related to integrating the teams and ensuring a seamless collaboration. This includes training and onboarding fees for their personnel to become proficient with the RDrive platform. This cost is estimated at around $12,500, depending on the number of individuals involved. Additionally, we budgeted approximately $10,000 for legal fees associated with drafting and finalizing the partnership agreement, ensuring a clear and mutually beneficial framework for both RDrive and our U.S. partner. These initial investments are crucial for laying a strong foundation for a successful and credible entry to the United States market.
Comparing the three options that we provided in this report, the manufacturer's rep and the partnering with a software company are the two cheapest options for RDrive to pursue. They're going to have a low entry cost because most of the work is going to be done by their partnerships. The manufacturer rep is going to have better existing connections in the field that's related to RDrive. Both are going to offer quick expansions, though. The benefit of the manufacturer's rep over the software company is the long-term partnership opportunities that can be provided by working with a manufacturer's rep that's in the field that RDrive wants to compete in. The U.S. sales team, on the other hand, is going to have the highest upfront cost. The sales are going to be slow to start up, but the long-term benefits are going to be strategic control for RDrive and self-establishment for the company to be able to compete long-term in the United States. Our team's final recommendation to you is to go with the manufacturer's rep. We believe that this best aligns with the goals of your company. This option is going to give you a quick market entry at a low starting costs. Teaming with a manufacturer rep is going to give you existing connections and brand recognition that you would otherwise have by going in by yourself. It's going to accelerate your sales from day one. This is going to help you meet your sales goals quicker and allow you to get the potential buyout opportunities faster.
If RDrive engages a manufacturer's rep firm to enter the U.S. market, success will depend on setting clear, measurable milestones. These milestones should align with both sales performance and market development objectives. In the initial phase, RDrive should focus fully on enabling and onboarding its rep partners. This includes thorough product training, delivery of sales materials tailored for the U.S. construction market, and establishing clear communication channels. Within the first 1 to 3 months, the primary goal should be building out the sales pipeline, measured by lead generation, scheduled product demos, and early engagement with key stakeholders such as general contractors and project managers. As reps become more familiar with the product and market, the next milestone is to secure the first closed deals, ideally within the first 3 to 6 months. Successfully onboarding early adopters will serve as proof of concept and provide important customer testimonials. The latter part of the first year should be focused on expansion into other key regional markets, determining the best target verticals such as general contractors, construction firms, or property managers, and establishing a referral pipeline. By the 1-year mark, RDrive should evaluate rep performance against key metrics such as deal volume, customer acquisition cost, and revenue growth. This phase may include expanding into additional territories, scaling rep partnerships, or deciding to transition part of the sales effort to an internal team. Throughout the partnership, reps should also deliver strategic insights that inform RDrive's product roadmap and go-to-market strategy, strengthening long-term positioning in the U.S. market.
Successfully implement the roadmap that we have laid out, here are the resources that you're going to need. First is a U.S.-based point of contact to facilitate all current and future deals in the United States, as well as additional support staff for the new customers you're going to be having in the U.S. We recommend changing to a 24/7 support system to ensure that any customer using the product has someone available to them at all times to answer any questions and handle any new client trainings needed. Financially, this is going to mean paying the salaries and benefits of any new employees, the travel costs as there won't be a home base in the United States, as well as any additional funds to get the global support up and running. For your risk considerations, we need to ensure that you have a captive relationship with your partner. This means fully vetting whoever you decide to partner with before you go into business with them to ensure that your initial market entry is successful. The market entry is going to really hinge on the success of the manufacturer's representative initially. So we need to make sure there's a deal that incentivizes the partner to maximize the sales for them to ensure that they're focusing on your product and not somebody else's. With any partnership like this, bankruptcy is always a concern. So we need to ensure that the company that we are partnering with is fully vetted and stable to ensure that whenever you put your all in on this company to sell your product, they're going to be there the long term to ensure that your product is successful in the United States.
Our market analysis indicates that the U.S. construction and design software market is expected to experience substantial growth over the next 5 years. With this outlook, there are several promising buyer personas to target, including general contractors, construction managers, inspectors, and property managers. Opportunities to reach these customers are available through industry conferences such as the Associated Builders and Contractors Convention and the IFMA World Workplace Conference. While potential risks such as economic downturns or changes in government regulations do exist, there are multiple viable pathways for market entry. These include establishing a U.S. sales team, partnering with an existing software firm, or working with a manufacturer's representative. Given the goals of rapid expansion and strong revenue generation, we recommend starting with a manufacturer's representative and reassessing the approach at the end of a 3-year period. With the right mix of human capital, technical support, financial investment, and a motivated partner, this strategy positions RDrive for successful entry into the U.S. market.